He's looking at her as if she doesn't exist. Look at how he's looking off in the distance, Max. Why is that?
Maybe you ought to put this away for a while.
No. No, this is all I have of Daddy now. Just photos, memories, and a lot of questions. You know, up until a few months ago, I defined myself according to how Daddy saw me. I hated saying me. And everything I did spun off his disappointment in me. His belief that I lacked character and discipline and direction. I turned myself into a party animal to spite him and none to please him, but who was he? I don't think he even really knew Max, or if he did, he kept it a secret.
Here, come on. This is just going to upset you.
I've been upset my entire life. I'm finally starting to understand why. You can't get love and approval from a man who can't even smile at his own wife on his wedding day. You just get shut out. It's no wonder I've never known how to be in this world. I never really knew the man who brought me into it.
Meg, you're not going to find the answers. He took them with him.
Yeah, or maybe they killed him.
What?
Daddy was looking me right in the eye when he collapsed yesterday. I saw what was in them. He died rather than let me know who he really was.
Shoot.
Good morning, Todd.
Alex. Well, I guess you're the wrong person to say shoot to, huh? Let me guess, you're calling me from a cell phone.
Not for novelty's sake. I've been keeping up with your efforts to find a potential bone marrow donor for your daughter, and I was so moved I wanted to be tested.
Tested for what?
To see if I could be a compatible donor, of course.
What's in that for you?
Just because I've been stripped of my freedom doesn't mean that my compassion's gone, too. Besides, every time I've needed you, you have responded. It seems like you're the only friend I have in the world these days.
It doesn't say much for your days.
You've been very supportive, and as a matter of fact, I do need you.
All right, let's get down to it. What do you want?
Ace has been released.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Well, I'm sure that means that what he's going to do is make good on his promise to see that I'm convicted for Carla's murder.
And you want me to stop him?
No, I want you to help me stop him. Could you please come over here? Look, I don't have anyone else I can turn to for advice. I am a solo voyager. And even the most independent and intelligent woman can feel desperately alone.
Mrs. Lord?
Yes. Thank you. Just one moment, please. Yeah, here we go. See. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you. And a note. Is this the way you're going to say goodbye, Mel? This better be good. It's morning, and I still respect you. Call me when you're back in town. I'm in the book. You can just bet I will, Mr. Hayes. Morning, and I'm calling you at home. I'm sorry. Yes, this is Dorian. What does it matter? I mean, you are awake, right? No, I'm calling from Washington, but I'm taking a plane back to... The important thing is, I need to see you as soon as I get back to Landview. I need your help getting legal counsel.
Oh, you need my help to pay for it?
In my dire situation, I am not exactly prepared to absorb exorbitant legal fees, whereas you...
Oh, yeah, I can buy anything.
Would you please consider underwriting my defense? I'll make it worth your while.
How?
You name it.
All right, I want exclusive rights to your story, no matter how it turns out. Interviews, photos, the whole deal.
Done.
Well, then you got yourself a deep pocket.
Excellent. So how does my deep pocket feel about my hiring J. Edgar Daly as my defense attorney?
Thinks you could do better. I mean, you heard that the Antonio Vega conviction was overturned, right?
Yes, just more proof that it's raining justice on everyone but me.
Well, you might get a splash on yourself if you went with Vega's lawyer. I hear she's young, she's smart, she's ambitious as hell. She's probably cheaper.
Doesn't my pocket deserve a little bit something better?
Well, maybe the new kid on the block is exactly what you need. Somebody with fresh ideas, somebody who's never even heard of you.
All right, bring her by. But I did mean what I said this morning on the phone. I do want to be tested for my compatibility with Star. It would be a token of my gratitude for all that you've done for me. You are the lone ray of light in my otherwise bleak world.
The secret broke his heart, literally, Max. I just feel so alone.
You're not alone. You have me. You'll always have me. Except when the doorbell rings.
Well, well. How's Maggie holding up?
He's hanging in.
Is Andrew here?
Not yet.
What do you mean? I mean, he said he was going to the bank first thing this morning and then coming straight over.
I guess you better call the tardy police.
Perhaps I should just wait outside.
Great idea.
Hi, I thought I heard your voice. What are you doing out there? Come in.
Thank you. Some of those Kentish orchids that you like, I had them flown in.
Thanks, they're lovely. You didn't have to do that, though.
Well, granted that flowers don't really provide any comfort after you've lost a parent, but I felt I had to do something. I wish there was something I would or could do to take away your pain. Could use some of it myself.
You know, these really go in some water. Maybe something a little thicker.
So, anyone know when Andrew is supposed to arrive with the envelope? Good Lord, it's almost lunchtime.
Hungry?
Perhaps we ought to give Andrew a ring.
Maybe that's him. Andrew, hi.
I'm sorry I'm late. I'm so sorry. How are you?
Oh, this helps.
Oh, hi,
Hello.
Maxie. I tell you, I was on the phone all morning. Their father's staff is just in a total panic about how to organize up a funeral that's befitting a bishop.
Does that mean you didn't get the envelope?
Subtle, ain't he? No, I understand. Maggie, I'm feeling pretty overwhelmed because when your father gave me the envelope, I don't know, I was just very jarred by the fact that he was talking about his death and...
Well, come on, let's open it. I mean, I'm sorry, Maggie, why don't you...
Will you back off a minute, would you?
No, Max, it's all right. I was anxious to see him to find out what Daddy left me. Could be the answer to a lot of things.
A lock of hair? That's all there is?
This is all that I was given, Ian, and that's what was in it, and the envelope was sealed.
No, but that is absurd.
Do you have your mother's locket with you?
Yes, of course, I have it. Yeah, take it everywhere with me.
Huh. What do you know? A lock for a lock?
This has obviously been in here for years.
Why would Uncle John have that? I mean, is it possible that your mother gave it to him?
I doubt it.
I think my dad took it out of the locket himself.
But why? I mean, what could possibly be so important about a lock of hair?
Well, obviously, it was important enough for the bishop to leave it to Maggie.
But I don't understand. I mean, my mother told me that this locket would always protect her. And now I'm supposed to believe that a little piece of hair is going to be my salvation?
When pressed further, the judge admitted, quote, the idea of a reformation in today's penal
Kevin,
system has a lot to be
Colin's piece on the school board is a total disaster. Now, can you make sense of this and give me a quick patch job?
Yeah, no sweat.
Good. All right, go with page 2 as is. Leave room on 3 for Kevin's rewrite.
Got it.
Well, you damn sure saved my hide.
I'll tell you something. I'd like to skin your hide. How could a son of mine do this to me? You and your brother are out of control.
Keep it down.
The hell I will. Bo tosses me in jail. You make it a page 1 news with a headline. Bo and I beat the rap. You bury the story between the obituaries and the one-ads.
Well, first of all, you didn't beat the rap. Your case was dismissed.
Who cares? I'm out.
It's a difference between innocent and crazy, Pa. The grounds for dismissal were mental incompetence. Yours. Now, if you want me to run with that on page 1, fine, but I can hear the stockholders already howling for Cord to come back.
Oh, and wouldn't you just love that?
Dad, I really think Grandpa has a point here. He never did get a chance to tell his side of it. Damn straight. So, why don't I interview you right now? You give us a good enough story, I'm sure Dad will give it the space that you and it deserve.
Of course, of course. In fact, use my office.
Well, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Whoa! Clint, has this woman been strip searched?
And wouldn't you love to try, cowboy?
Hello, Clint.
Quick trip?
Yes, this is important and urgent.
Well, obviously, or you wouldn't have gotten on the horn from Washington to set a meeting. What's going on?
I have an opportunity for the banner that you can't afford to pass up.
So go on, I'm listening.
Have you heard of Mel Hayes?
Oh, Mel Hayes, of course. I'm a newspaper man. Let's see, the last time I saw Mel, he was cussing us some Secret Service fella for interference with the working press. No, wait a minute. No, actually, the last time I saw him was at an invitation-only garden reception for the Soviet arms control negotiators at the State Department. Very formal, very high security.
And Mel was there.
Not by invitation. No, we were all out on, the rest of us were all out on the terrace, you know, sipping vodka, and all of a sudden we hear this roar. This helicopter comes down and starts hovering about 10 feet off the deck. I mean, it was pure bedlam. Big shots diving under tables, ducking for cover, and I'm looking up through about 1 million whirling cocktail napkins, and there's Mel Hayes hanging out of the chopper with 1 foot on the skid, taking notes. I mean, there was no way he was going to miss that story, and he got it.
Sounds like we're talking about the same person.
Yes, my question to you is why?
I met him last night in Washington. We became fast friends, or friends fast, as the case may be.
So, how was he?
He is looking for new opportunities. You see, his wife died in that commuter plane crash, and he took it hard, and he's been drinking, just a little too much and generally wreaking havoc on the Washington team. So, his family has been lobbying for him to make a fresh start, someplace new. Clint, I think if you were to make him an offer quickly, he just might accept it.
That would be a real coup. Of course, I'd have to run it by Vicky.
You do that. But it might be wise if you didn't mention that the idea came from me.
Oh, I'll make a note of that. May I ask you something? Just why are you so interested in Mel Hayes?
Because I am interested in it. Ciao.
Poor Mel. He was safer hanging out of that chopper.
So, this is where the brain trust of the sun hangs out. Why am I invited?
Well, I heard you were with meeting.
I heard some things about you, too.
Huh. None of them good.
Well, that depends what you mean by good.
Well, whatever you heard about me, you probably heard from Kevin Buchanan. I hear you two are an item.
Kevin and I are friends.
Yeah. I used to say that about Kevin a few lifetimes ago. So what did he tell you? I'm a sociopath. I chew with my mouth open. I eat with my hands.
I make up my own mind about people, Mr. Manning.
You can call me sir. I'm just kidding. Look, I want to thank you for coming to the fashion show and getting tested and all that. It means a lot to me. And to Star's mother.
Everybody wants your little girl to get well. So, now you've met me and thanked me. That's 2 down. Any more to go?
Yeah, I want to hire you. I'm looking for a defense attorney.
Haven't you been in touch with Nora Buchanan? She pretty much owns the legal defense franchise in this town.
Why let the heavy hitters have all the fun?
Good question. So, why do you need an attorney?
No, I don't. I need an attorney for a friend of mine, a brilliant, beautiful, desperately lonely woman who's been railroaded for a crime that she absolutely did not commit.
Uh-huh. And who is this innocent victim of an oppressive legal system?
You're a quick study.
You bet.
Ian, I don't know what you expected exactly, but I can assure you that when Uncle John gave me that envelope, it was sealed. As you can see, the only thing that's in it is the lock of hair.
So I noticed.
Whose hair is it? Is it yours?
I don't think so.
Well, obviously, it was critical to Daddy if he took it out of the locket, but why would he want me to have it?
Maybe it was his hair.
That Eleanor kept as a memento? I don't think so.
No, there has to be something else involved here besides a bloody lock of hair.
Well, could your father know something about this?
He might. But the operative question is, would he tell me? The answer to that is no, if even just to gall me. No, my mother was, she was whimsical, mercurial, very indirect. But I cannot conceive how even she would believe that a piece of hair in a locket would protect me against an arrogant bastard like my father.
Give this to me.
Yes.
Look at it. What do you see?
What should I see?
This. The pattern. the same one that I saw in my dream on the garden tile in New Orleans. Do you recognize this?
Of course. How could I have been so incredibly stupid? It's exactly the same.
Meaning what?
Meaning this is more than just a dream. There is a connection. This proves it.
I'm not following this, Maggie.
It's a riddle. My mother is directing us to her family home. Well, the garden. Can I use your phone?
Knock yourself out.
What are you going to do?
Making flight plans to New Orleans. There's someone there who can help us, or rather help me, get to the bottom of this.
No, you were right the first time. Help us. Max and I are going with you.
Whoa, wait a minute,
Max, please, come on. Daddy was just as involved in this as Eleanor, a Guy, or anybody else.
Your father died less than 24 hours ago. He hasn't even been buried yet.
All the more reason to go. Look, if I'm going to stand by my father's grave, I want to mourn a man that I know, not a man who's buried with secrets, and I can't do that yet.
I understand where you're coming from, Maggie. It's a tragedy that he couldn't tell you everything himself.
He was afraid to or ashamed to, but that pain died with him, and I'm the only one who can find the truth now. So if I can, maybe Daddy and I can both find peace.
You got the time. It's going to take, 3 days to finalize these funeral arrangements.
Then we're going. I just hope that whatever was locked inside Daddy is in New Orleans, and we can find it.
Actually got a pretty good story out of Grandpa about what he saw the night that Carla Hesser got shot.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm starting to get convinced that the Banner is safe for another generation of Buchanan management. I mean, if you can handle your grandfather when he's about ready to blow a gasket, you can handle anything.
Yeah, except keeping my desk straight.
Well, I've come to think of it as creative chaos. Kevin, let me run something by you.
Sure, Dad.
Well, let's say we had a chance of getting Mel Hayes on staff here at the Banner. What would your reaction be?
Go for it. No question. Mel Hayes working for us, that'd be a major coup, no matter how you look at it. But this is a hypothetical pop quiz question, right?
According to Dorian, Mel might be available.
Dorian.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why she was here?
Yep. Yeah, she thinks we can get him.
Well, there's a story right there, Dad. Dorian Lord helping the Banner. What's in it for her?
You sound like your mother.
Who has what to say about all this?
Well, I haven't mentioned it to her yet. I thought I'd trot it by you first.
Well, if it's up to me, I say you got a chance to hire Mel Hayes, pick up the phone and hire the guy.
I'm inclined to agree with you. But I need to speak to Vicky.
Good luck. Oh, Dad.
Uh-huh.
When you do, I'd leave out the Dorian part.
I'll make a note of that.
This is your idea of a victim?
Just wait till you hear what she has to say. I feel like I should have my own key to this place. I'm here so much.
Well, you won't hear me complaining about that. Hi, I'm Alex Owen.
I'm sorry.
Taya Delgado, pleased to meet you.
And you should be. This is the woman who single-handedly or single-shottedly, whatever, got rid of the baddest bad guy in Landview.
Well, that's not exactly true. Even though it was my finger on the trigger,
That's right.
Well, I was not myself.
Force within that shock.
All right.
All I know are cold facts. A murder, a confession, cover-up. What I need now is your take on the story, and maybe we'd better start with the force within.
A discussion of a violent death has to begin before it took place. In this case, at the ball aboard the Orion, Carlo was and remains the love of my life.
And they say true romance is dead.
So you can imagine how I felt when I found out that all of Carlo's plans for us to run away together were a sham. A mockery designed to humiliate me.
You must have been very upset.
I was beside myself with rage. I was beside myself. Watching a woman whose face was contorted with the agony of betrayal, who later, this tormented woman, took me over and became a violent force within me. I can still feel it. It was a magna of love and hate, burning with this terrible heat, rising, melting all resistance.
So, when you didn't shoot Carlo, it was Andy's gun that you didn't shoot him with.
The sound of that shot was like a command coming out of a hypnotic trance. I was myself again. And I saw Collar's body slumped over the railing. And Asa Buchanan saw you. But tell me this. Was there anyone else who could place you there at that moment? Mortimer Verne, Carlo's brother, but I'm quite sure that he's off now with all of Carlo's money. So Asa is the only one. That's what I thought. Congratulations, Ms. Olenoff. You are going to be a free woman. Guaranteed. I'm saying it's a lock. How? I don't understand.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Asa, the sole witness, saw the murder, but withheld the information for so long that he was charged with obstruction of justice, correct?
Yeah, but those charges were dropped.
Ah, but why? Because his team of lawyers, thorough counsels that they were, cited Asa's psychological record. They argued that if Asa was sufficiently disturbed to have been committed to a psychiatric hospital, which he was, then there's no way that he would have been competent to stand trial.
And the court bought it.
Exactly. Exactly. If Asa was so shaky upstairs that he was unfit to be a defendant, then how could he be a reliable witness, especially if he is the only one? He can't. And you walk. Yeah.
No, wait, not so fast. I mean, there's the little matter of her confession to Ampy.
Well, we argue that Alex was under intolerable stress when it was made. Is there a transcription of the...
No.
So it's our word against Andy Harrison's, and believe me, that leaves plenty of room for reasonable doubt.
You were wrong. She's more than smart.
I try.
Well, one thing I can tell you is you'll make as much money on this case as you want. Any fee that you see fit will be paid. By Todd.
Bye. First item of business. What time did Jessica get home after her movie last night?
Actually, Jessie never made it to the movie. She and Chris decided to go to the cabin instead.
What?
You said that just like a father.
You mean those two kids were on that mountain alone?
All right, before you stoke yourself into a volcanic fury, let me reassure you, nothing happened.
Oh, I'll bet.
Jessie told me she wasn't ready.
Which means what, Vicky? That she might be ready tonight or sometime this afternoon? I ought to nail that Vega kid to the wall like one of his paintings.
She was right.
Who?
Jessica. She asked me not to say anything to you about any of this for fear that you would behave exactly as you are behaving, doing the parental stomp and snort.
Well, do you have a reasonable alternative?
Be proud of Jessica and Chris.
Oh, I'll be proud. I'll be proud, and then I'll tear his lungs out.
Clint, give some thought to yourself when you were Chris's age. All right, consider yourself as recently as last night.
That's completely different. That's entirely different. You and I are adults.
Yeah, and that's the real point, Clint. Jessie and Chris both behaved like adults last night. She was able to be direct about what she didn't want to do, and Chris respected her feelings. That's more than most official adults can manage. I really think we have reason to feel very good about those two kids.
Well, maybe you're right. But so was I.
How do you mean?
Well, from the second Jessica was born and I found out she was a girl, I knew this time would come, and I knew I was going to hate it. And it came, and I do.
Let's move on to item 2 on the agenda, shall we?
What would you say to bringing Mel Hayes to the banner?
You serious?
Word is he's available.
Word I hear is that he may be coming apart at the seams.
Well, that's why he's available. But he wants to put things back together in a fresh zip code.
At the top of his form, Clint, there was no better reporter on either side of the Atlantic. But if he's trying to self-destruct, aren't we going to be running a major risk?
Mm-hmm. Major expensive risk. But think of what we'd be getting. A Pulitzer Prize winner with a national reputation who knows the newspaper game inside and out. Mel Hayes could help us, Vicki, and I have to think that we'd be helping him, too.
How'd you happen to hear he was testing the waters?
Got a phone call this morning.
From Mel?
No, someone else.
Who?
It doesn't really matter.
If it doesn't really matter, then just tell me.
Dorian.
Who?
Dorian?
Dorian told you? And you think that doesn't matter?
Come on, Vicki. Look, Mel is Mel. This shouldn't change anything.
Oh, but it does, Clint. Radically. Because if this was Dorian's idea, I will have absolutely nothing to do with it.
Now your kitchen can be as fresh as a country garden. Your bathroom is fresh as a tropical rainforest. And your living room is fresh as a natural spring. Introducing Glade Plug-in's Extra Outlet Air Freshener with the extra outlet built right in. Plug into freshness without blocking your outlets. New Plug-in's Extra Outlet. Fresh from Glade. S.C. Johnson West.
Plug it in, plug it in.
On a day like today, I used to get sinus pressure and headaches with my allergies. My first reaction was to treat the pain. But now, I relieve the pain and the allergy symptoms that trigger it.
Only Benadryl Allergy Sinus Headache gives you maximum strength sinus pain relief, plus the allergy relief of Benadryl's histamine blocker.
It's like having my life back.
Benadryl Allergy Sinus Headache, for allergies that hurt.
Are you brushing twice a day? You could be ruining your hair. It's true. The simple act of brushing can strip away the cuticle, even cause your hair to break. The solution? Pantene Pro V shampoo and treatment conditioners. To keep your hair strong, Pantene's the first ever root-penetrating provitamin formula. Root to tip, it improves the entire length of your hair to make it healthy, shiny, and naturally strong, so it breaks less. Pantene Pro V, for hair so healthy it shines. Don't forget to brush.
I'm Margot. I create new cereals at Post, like Banana Nut Crunch. I love fresh-baked banana nut bread. Or Cranberry Almond Crunch. It's got the zing of real ocean spray cranberries. Great grains. I worked on this recipe for 2 years. Look at these gorgeous pecans. I cannot tell you how proud I am of my Morning Tradition cereal. And just like every Post cereal, they are at a fair price every day. We don't think any cereal should be a luxury. Write to me. I'd love to know how you like them.
That satiny smooth feeling. Now it's all yours with the Gillette Sensor Excel for Women. Feel its unique handle and non-slip rubber grip. Feel how the protective microfilm safely cushion your skin. How each blade responds to your every curve. Sensor Excel for Women. Hold on to the feeling. And try Satin Care, the moisture-rich shave gel from Gillette.
Introducing Best Foods fat-free salad dressing.
Tom, I love you, but it's over. Here goes. Tom, I love you, but...
I know. I could taste it in this homemade dressing.
No. I didn't make it. Best Foods made the dressing.
Now I know how much you care.
You do? I don't.
You're really falling hard, huh?
Best Foods made it.
Now Best Foods adds 4 new fat-free dressings, all with the fresh taste of homemade.
This is love.
No, this is Best Foods.
New Best Foods, the freshest tasting salad dressing you never made.
This week on General Hospital, stolen moments.
We'll be alone again together soon.
Do you always get exactly what you want?
Lost youth.
Now you can watch me fly.
And we don't.
Broken hearts.
Are you saying it's over?
I don't want to be alone.
Neither do I.
General Hospital, ABC Daytime.
Tonight, want to lose weight? Improve your kids' grades? Get happy? The answer may be right under your nose. Watch ABC's World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
I'm telling you, Briggs, some days it's almost good to be alive. Did things work out well with Alex? Are you kidding me? I got her eating out of the palm of my hand. And you know why? Because I'm her only friend in the world. I didn't realize that. Oh, yeah. All I had to do was say that I'd pop for her legal fees and bang, I got the exclusive rights to her story. I was downright masterful. Congratulations. Thanks, Briggs. It means a lot to me. And I finally got the sun ahead of the banner on this whole Hester murder story. In fact, I think I might have cornered the whole Carlo market. And you know what the best part was? I wouldn't even try to guess. I put Kevin Buchanan's rag in my rearview mirror with the help of his new little honey. I stuck it to Kevin and I stuck it to the banner on the same day. It's almost too much fun for one person to have. Especially me.
I knew I shouldn't have mentioned Dorian. I mean, I was warned.
Well, I would have found out anyway.
All right, look, Vicky, can we set aside where we got wind of Mel's availability for a second and just stick to the man himself?
As far as I'm concerned, there is nothing to discuss, Clint.
Vicky, this is Mel Hayes.
Uh-huh.
Mel Hayes.
Uh-huh.
Can you imagine how much good it would do us to have his name on our masthead?
Oh, it would be terrific. Too bad it can't happen.
But just because it was Dorian's idea doesn't automatically make it bad.
No? Where have you been for the last 20 years?
Dorian has... She's got nothing to gain from this, Vicky.
Correction. We don't know what she has to gain. But I will bet you that there will be a day of reckoning somewhere down the line, and we will be the ones who will have to pay.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Not this time. I mean, Dorian just likes Mel.
Just like Mel. That's like saying a tidal wave is just water.
Okay, now, of course, I can't completely rule out the possibility that Dorian has a hidden agenda. But Mel Hayes is his own man, and we'd be getting him. And that still makes it worth having to deal with Dorian.
Not in my book.
Well, don't close your book just yet, will you? I mean, give me another chance to change your mind. Say, over dinner? Or drinks? Up at your mountain cabin?
You can try all you want. I'm not going to change my mind, Clint. You're not going to budge me an inch.
I've heard that before.
Making room for me?
Hey, there already is. So, what's the great news?
Well, it looks like I'm definitely going to be staying in Lambview.
Well, I tell you, that is great news.
But that's not all. I got another gig. Courthouse, here I come.
Congratulations. Who hired you?
Todd Manning, to defend Alex Polinoff.
You're joking, right?
Not unless they were.
You mean my Uncle Todd is paying you to represent my ex-step-grandmother, Alex?
Boy, this is a small town, isn't it?
Yeah. And these are two people that I hate the most in the world. How can you do this?
It's called a job, Kevin. Besides, I don't have anything against them, and, I can win this case.
Uh-huh. Well, let me bring you up to speed. Todd Manning allowed me to be accused of raping Marty Saybrook, which he did, by the way. And Alex, she hired a costume gunman to blow Cassie Meyer's brains out down in Rio.
Yeah, but aside from that, is there a problem? Kevin, I wanted you to be happy that I'm staying.
I am. Very. I'm just not tickled about the fundamental reason. How did you land this gig, anyway?
Call it, talent.
You know, you really must like taking risks, because right now, you are dealing in really iffy territories.
I thought you already knew that about me.
You make it a habit of taking your daddy's private jet without telling him?
Max, the important thing is getting to New Orleans as quickly as possible, and this is it.
What?
I was just thinking how lucky I am.
How so?
Well, I could be taking this trip on my own, which is often the way I do things in life, but having you here makes all the difference in the world.
Good, I'm glad.
We're going to Louisiana, not Mars.
Indeed. But I have a feeling that this is shaping up to be a very emotional trip, whatever happens in New Orleans, and I would just as soon not be alone.
You won't be.
Yeah, I'm here too.
We're connected somehow, Ian. We both know that. Your mother's death brought us together. Maybe my father's death will tell us why.
I gotta play up this whole angle here. Hester hit chick. No, Hester hit heroin, hires help. God, I'm so good. Happiest guy in Landview.
Todd, where have you been? I've been trying to find you all morning.
Why? What's the matter? Blair? Where are you?
I'm at the hospital. Intensive care.
What happened?
Just come quick. It's so